Hi, I'm Helen Highwater, and today we have an urgent case on the shortage of medical examiners in the world of forensics. Thank you for joining us here on Seymour News, because we have a story today that's been chilling in the mortuary for quite some time. Let's pull out the drawer and take our first cut, shall we? We have our live correspondent, Stan Dupp, on the scene right now. Stan?
Thanks, Helen. Here on the scene we see, well, not a lot. There's a massive crisis currently when it comes to medical examiners. This is far different from a coroner and no walk in the park. While coroners examine the circumstances to determine if investigation is needed, forensic pathologists are actual doctors, and they're the ones that perform autopsies. They cut open dead bodies. That's pretty gross. Back to you, Helen.
Thanks, Stan. According to Dr. Judy Melinek, autopsies are generally performed at least twice a day, despite the National Association of Medical Examiners suggesting that these scientists not do more than 250 a year. Due to the massive shortage of examiners, this limit is frequently exceeded. Reports are done after each autopsy, along with scheduling for appearances in court and calling the loved ones of the deceased. This work is, of course, well compensated, right, economics expert Mel N. Colley? Despite what one might think for such an in-demand and high-stress job as forensic pathology, the average salary begins at around 6 figures a year. Being overworked with not many benefits as compared to those of a surgeon, it makes an already undesirable job even less likable. To become a pathologist, one must have a high school diploma, an undergraduate degree, and 4 years of medical school. This also includes earning a license, taking a 3-year pathology residency, and yet another year in a fellowship, according to Rachel Drummond. Those bills add up, and so does interest. Thank you, Colley. Well, on the upside, there's word that the need for scientists in the forensic sector will only grow, as seen with the Board of Labor Statistics. Thoughts, Mel? You got that right, Highwater. As the population grows, along with crime rates and possible events like pandemics, pathologists are on the front lines to determine the cause of death in suspicious cases. This is indicative of a need for more staff in these facilities, along with better laboratories needed to house this staff. These locations are often enclosed and windowless, even some being single rooms with hanging light bulbs over top of the examination going on. Oh! What a drab performance for such an undesirable job. Good thing that pandemics only occur once every 100 years, isn't it? Thank you for your contribution, Colley. I hear we have more on the scene. What have we got, Stan?
There's an entire tree out here on the water. Isn't that neat? Anyways, beep beep. Well, Helen, we've got some more statistics coming in from the National Association of Medical Examiners. We are, in fact, in a pandemic. Death investigations have reached many peaks recently without much personnel to fill the roles. Inconsistent funding degrades the quality of research. While experienced examiners can increase their salaries over time, this does not apply to every practitioner. The job is salaried and does not offer overtime, ranging from under $95,000 to $600,000 a year. Those joining the field will meet some desperate demands for staff, but also be exposed to the lack of quality supplies and funding from governments, both local and federal. These labs are nothing like their television counterparts, I can tell you that. Surgical skills could be allocated to the non-living bodies, but there's not much incentive to do so.
Geez, guys, lighten up a little? Thank you, economics expert Mel N. Colley and live reporter Stan Dupp. In conclusion, being a forensic pathologist is more challenging than just autopsies. Underfunded laboratories and understaffed labs create a stressful work environment, and working independently may just be the only option available. Find more information at the American Academy of Forensic Science or the National Association of Medical Examiners. This has been Seymour News. Have a good night.
And now, a message from our sponsors.
I'd like you to know that I got caught on thorns while filming this, so I guess you guys should be thankful.